继续第一章的这个剧情啊，到目前为止根本就没有 explore， 虽然有这个 menu。拿到了这钥匙卡，应该就能进这个大楼了吧 ？There's a security guard standing， 少了个 A standing vigilantly by the entrance as usual。我不是已经有卡了吗？我靠，这么容易卡关的吗？那就到处看一下吧。实在不行了就回那个Talk to Muddy. Hey, Yukiya can probably do lots of things we can't, right? Is there something I need Yukiya's help with? Let's ask Yukiya if he can work out a way to use the card we found. What is it this time? I've got something to show you. Can you come out again? It would have been better if you'd gone over all of it the first time. We made progress, thanks to your information. Don't you want the case solved? Alright, I will finish up what I'm doing first. Be done in about 15. 这时间越来越长了。Is he really always this busy? He sounded grouchy. Despite that, he always makes time for you, Kyo-chan. He's tsundere. Tsundere 就不翻译了是吧？Well, what did you want to show me? Show Yukiya. Yukiya, could you take a look at this? What should I do to show Yukiya? 那肯定是 Zena ID card， 就不要浪费时间选错误选项了。I showed Yukiya the ID card we'd found at the Zena employee's house. This is a Zena ID card, isn't it? It's from Mr. Mori's house. It seemed useful, so I hung on to it. I was wondering if you could alter it so that we could use it. Forgery. Oi. Are you making me an accomplice to a crime? There might be a sixth victim anytime soon. It's for the greater good. This will cost you. I will call it even if you can resolve the case. And give me a minute. After he said this, Yukiya went back inside. Here, Yukiya came back and threw the card at me. I caught it and checked it over. Wow, amazing. It's completely new. My photo was now on the card. The information inside was probably changed too. Regards from our intelligence department. Use it well. With this, we just might be able to get inside Zena HQ. I didn't talk. Naturally, the data inside the card has been rewritten. The original owner's ID number had expired. You are able to investigate that far. Oops. That much is meant to be a company secret. You accidentally let it slip, huh? The card can be used only for today. After that, the risk is too great. Got it. We will get it done today. Also, that's an executive card. You will be granted more access than normal. The two of you will be allowed entrance as companions, I think. That helps. Thanks for your time. We will get back to work. Talk to Muddy. We might be able to get through security using the card Yukiya made us. Let's head to Zena HQ right away. Is that all? I will be off then. Thanks for the help. We will drop by if anything comes up. It would be nice if you were to help me out once in a while. Right then, we should get going too. Zena HQ. Front of building. 然后 action. Talk to Muddy. The phantom thief Lupin said, when you break in, go through the entrance. He said nothing of the sort. I'm not talking about his grandson. I mean the first generation Lupin. Lupin said. Whatever, let's hurry up. You need a better sense of humor. Talk to Skiko. Is this really alright? It's a forged ID card. Isn't this criminal? Yes, we are committing a crime. We shouldn't get you into this. Oh no, I didn't mean. I will go wherever you two go. No complaints. Thanks, that makes our job easier. I don't want a sixth victim. You are right, let's go inside. 感觉这个有点像黑幕，应该会有点关系，但这个妹子应该是不会的，因为第三座的封面是这座的男主，外加玛丽，还有一个就是第一座的女主，叫什么来着？哎，我操，一下子想不起来。Hitomi 是吧？就这三个人是封面，所以一般来说不太会有问题。 有问题也是下一组才会有问题。I showed the guard the ID card Yukiya had given us, and we got through. And doesn't look like they are too strict over checking ID cards. It kind of feels like we are doing something bad. I feel so nervous. Because we are doing something bad. Act like you belong here. Everyone would suspect you if you try and sneak around. 进来了 Action, talk to Muddy. Xena researchers PSI, right? What kind of studies they do here? Energy, biology, and everything from medical science to physics. 这次终于是 physics, 不是 psychic. Oh, that's right. Your father works here. Right, Skiko. Does he research all the different kinds of psychics there are? Yes, he researches what happens biologically when their power is used. I see. Kyo-jan's ability is the result of a similar research, I guess. I hadn't really thought about it until she mentioned it. Mine comes from IXG, but they don't have a monopoly on PSI technology. Even if Xena and IXG have a rivalry, I'm sure they share some knowledge. But the important parts of Xena's research go exclusively to Amabishi. Kyo-jan, what are you looking at? The floor map. We'd be suspicious if we just wander aimlessly. We need to pretend we are familiar with this place. A covert operation. You are finally acting like a detective. What do you mean, acting like? I am a detective. The building is separated into a business floor and a research floor. Let's collect information from both floors. Try not to stand out. Whoa. Walk to building. 就出来了。そうか。一个是 research building， 一个是research floor， 一个是 business floor。那先从 business 开始吧。到现在还没进入解谜的环节。Look around. All the employees are silently working on their PCs. 我去，你们这两个就不说了，看起来挺像研究者的，但这毛头小丫头进来就不会被人注目吗 ？This place is filled with machines used for office work. This is probably the General Affairs Department. Excuse me, could I have a minute? Stop. Excuse me? Yes, I'm pretty busy right now. Can you come back later? Wait, do you even work here? Your clothes? 就说嘛。She seems suspicious of me. I'd better leave it for now and try again later. Sorry to disturb you. If you are busy, I will ask someone else. They are going to get suspicious if I talk to them in these clothes. Okay, leave it to me. I will talk to them. 你更加不听。Wait, if you go and talk to them, it will look even worse. Gah! Don't grab me by my neck. There you go again, treating me like a child. 本来就是 child. Go to corridor. 这里就是命运的分岔口是吗？命运的分岔口。Go to research floor， 这也是可以的。这就是 research floor。哇，好多啊！这系统还比较高级的，我还想刚刚回到那个 corridor 的时候 ，Go to research floor 那个选项还有个箭头，感到好的，结果现在已经没有。可以。Talk 一下。Oi, you there, researcher? We came to a halt as the staff member yelled at us. Had we been exposed? Yes, you. Come over here. This is bad, Kyo-chan. What should we do? Run away? 不能 We couldn't run, or it would look even worse. We have no choice but to try and wing it. What are you whispering about? Well, not that it matters. Are you new? It's under regulations to wear a white coat here. Sorry, we are new, so we had no idea. They didn't tell you when you signed on. Who was in charge of you? Recently, the executives have been unhappy over how you new hires are trained. There are some white coats in the locker room there. Go put them on. We were lucky he mistook us for the new employees. You look like a new employee. What? 还真挺像的。Oi, what's with the look? Be happy we got through that safely. We are in luck. These white coats will help with our 这个还真挺难 espionage 这次没见过 再 talk 一下。That staff member from earlier has gone somewhere. The staff members are too absorbed in their work to notice us. Is your father here, Kiko? No, I've never been to my father's workplace before. This is new. I'm glad. It seems unlikely we will bump into him. I see. No wonder you are hiding behind Kyo-chan so closely. Must be nice, Kyo-chan. Can I stick close to you too? Unfortunately, I only have one back. Then I will stick to your front. Hello. This is Mari-chan's operation. Sucker fishy. Dummy, don't speak so loudly. Even Mari's voice didn't cause the workers to look up. They were immersed. 这词有问题吧 ？immersed 吧，应该是多了个 s。How could these people concentrate like this? Are they focused or numb? I checked the fake ID card and saw a name I didn't recognize. I wonder if I am using the name of someone who's not at work today. If I use the name on the card, people might suspect me. I will have to use my actual business card. I'm desperate here. Excuse me, may I have a minute with you? Researcher, Kyosuke Ayana. Private detective? Yes, I'm investigating the death of someone who worked here. Mr. Imori. I wasn't lying, but there was no need to bring up Yukiya's name. Ayana, sounds familiar. All right. Gento Ayana. He was very good to me. Are you a relative of some sort? Gento, father? No, I don't believe so. Seems that we just have the same surname. Outside my family line, there weren't many people with the surname Ayana. Gento. Unless someone had been using a fake name, it was definitely my father. Why does someone at Zena know my father's name? For now, I should cover up the fact that we are related just in case. I'm sorry, there have been orders, so I can't tell you anything. Is that so sorry for keeping you from your work? 哦，就没了。去哪儿来着？哎，马姐，哦 ，actions。Go to the business floor。就来回找看有没有什么新的东西了，是这道理吧？Alright, now we are dressed for the occasion. Excuse me, could I have a minute? Excuse me? Yes, take this to the chief of research. What exactly is this? It's a confidential document. Until from development research. Oh yes, that's right. Thank you very much. Make sure they get this at once. No problem. Kyo-chan, what do we do? It has nothing to do with our investigation, but this could come handy. Let's take a copy of it and return the original document. 先 ask 一下。The researcher mentioned my father's name. Was he involved with Zena due to his detective work, or was he a member of Zena? Impossible. Would you happen to know Gento Ayana? He was my father. Gento Ayana. Oh, of course. I had no idea he had such a grown-up son. Actually, my father adopted me 8 years ago. I see, 8 years ago, That's around about when he suddenly retired. Retired? If he was a detective working with Zena, that wouldn't sound right. My father worked here. Didn't you know? He was an incredible researcher. He's a legend. This building was only built 5 years ago, so he never did come here. It caused an uproar when Zena moved 4 years ago to this IXG dominant area. There's someone that was close to him in the lab next door. Go ask there. I will give you my business card. Feel free to get in contact. Thank you, and thanks for your time. My father worked for Zena. I honestly had no idea. I never did get to spend a lot of time with my father. I knew he wasn't always a detective, but I never got to know what he did. In any case, now I had someone to go to ask about my father. 先 use copy machine. We can't just walk out of here with a confidential document. Let's make a copy of it and return the original where it belongs. Alright, done. Now we can use this to negotiate with him. Ask. My name is Kyosuke Ayana. I introduced myself a little while back. Ayana. So you are Gento Anna is my father. Ah, I see. You've grown up to be a handsome young man. But is that arm artificial? It was hard not to notice. It often came up in a conversation. I lost my right arm in an accident and lost my father at the same time. My father's death was treated as an accident, so I refer to it as such. I see. It's possible that Gento anticipated all of this. Of course, I doubt he wanted you to lose your arm, but anticipated that he would be killed. Is that what he means? There's not much I can tell you. But please take this. Unlocking the drawer of his desk, he took out an SD card. Gento's thoughts are recorded in this. The password is guilt. Guilt. I just learned that word in English class the other day. It means something like self-condemnation. Why did he choose that? Thank you for giving up your time to talk to me. My father's old friend seemed busy. When we bade farewell, he hurried off. There's something written on the back of this SD card. It says, never forget La Toua. The last word, La Toua, isn't that the name of a place? I don't think I've heard of it before. You were a student before you became my assistant, right, Muddy? Yeah, what of it? Time for an English test. Translate never forget La Toua for me. 这句原来就是英文，哪怕在日文版中也是英文。You are so mean. You are demon kyouchan, handsome, but a devil. I get it. You hate me, but love me at the same time. So what's the answer? Never forget La Toua, something like that. Oh, crap! I wonder what connection father had to La Toua. In any case, we have enough. We should leave this place. If we are here too long, we might draw attention to ourselves. La Toua. I muttered. I felt like I knew something about it. 出来了是吧？强制出来了。Skiko, what's the matter, Skiko? You look troubled. There's a PSI jamming chip in that tiny card. That's real skill. Skiko said something so quietly I couldn't hear her. Jamming chip. Jamming chip. Skiko. 对，它是能阅读这个电器的是吧？ It's unfortunate, but it's time to end this farce. This is a thrilling experience, but I've dragged it out too long. It's also repulsed me to the point of being sick, so I want to thank you. Especially you, Kyosuke. Every time you used PSI, I shook with hatred. You can relax, though my goal is not revenge. Go. Farewell. 这个人果然有点名堂呢。Finishing her one-sided conversation, Skiko ran to a car parked nearby. Thought. There was no driver, but the door opened. She jumped in quickly. Vroom! The car sped off. We saw the Xena logo on the back fade into the distance. What just happened? Skiko, she was like a completely different person. That too, 反差萌. That too, but how had she got into that car so easily? It was a Xena car too. Unlocking a personal car wouldn't be difficult. But a Xena car was a lot more trouble to get into. Did she have someone helping her inside Xena? Did she force the lock open? But in such a short space of time. Hey, let's go back to the office. We can't trace up after a car on foot. Maybe we will discover something about Skiko on the SD card. Maybe, let's try. We went back to the office, still not really knowing what had just happened. 你别告诉我这第二章就结束了啊？没有，别吓我。这第一章就结束了。第一章这个剧情啊。A certain day, 4:30 p.m. Ayana Detective Agency. Let's take a look at what's on this SD card. 这个妹子应该不会黑化的，千万别黑化。We don't see memory cards that look like this around anymore, do we? That's because my father left this 8 years ago. They were popular then. I inserted the SD card into the PC. Dread pulled in my stomach. SD 卡现在还能插进电脑了吗？我看一下我的笔记本，不行的吧？应该是要转换器的。I entered guilt in the password screen as I had been instructed. Oh, look, it's a movie. Who is this person? I recognized the person in the screen immediately. It's my father. Ah, your father. Marty and I had met after father's death. She'd never seen him before. Kiosk, I hope you are watching this. Gento. Father continued to speak. I pray our days together will be filled with happiness. I hope I'm not doing this to appease my own ego. But this is the least I can do to atone for my sins. Atone? Did he raise me for a reason like that? First, I must apologize if you are watching this. It means that I'm died. No longer with you. I deserve to be killed. I deserve for what I've done. What on earth? There's nothing in this world that justifies your murder. I will do my best to live, but I cannot stop them from getting revenge. Revenge against my father. Revenge, that word. Just recently I was in Wizarok, the country in Eastern Europe. The Xena employee who'd been killed had also worked in Wizarok. IXG had exported weapons to them during the Civil War. Of course, that means a choice Yukiya had wanted to be involved with. The Japanese branch had opposed to selling to them right till the very end. If this video was taken 8 years ago, it would be in the middle of war. The murdered Xena employee was also transferred to Germany around that time. Did he know something, or did he have something to do with it? I was in the Latowa region of Wizarok, Gento. Latowa, that was a name written on the SD card. A secret PSI testing facility was built at a prisoner war camp there. Oh. I was working as a Xena researcher and was put on a certain project, and I committed crimes a person should never commit. The tests were done for the sake of PSI research, and they required human test subjects. Human test subjects. Did he mean he experimented on living people? Father couldn't have. Subjects were smuggled in the prisoners from all over the world. Smuggled 应该是绑架吧。Experiments were carried out day and night. We gave them no human rights. Our research obtained brilliant results. Xena and Amabishi decided to further the scale of the experiments. Amabishi, and the facility was built originally by a department from Amabishi. Their objective was to find ways to incorporate PSI into weapons. For their military department, Amabishi also manufactures weapons. They are IXG's biggest competitor. When it comes to defense conquests, Amabishi is still a step behind. They were probably looking to overtake IXG by creating new technology. Xena sent me out as the person in charge of the research facility. I was foolish. I should not have lent a hand in such atrocities. It is inexcusable. Father. My reason was simple. I needed the money. My own wages were insufficient to save my wife from her illness. When my wife found out what I was doing, she said, I would rather die than have you live in sin. By the time I was adopted, father's wife had passed away. I had no idea. My eyes were opened, but I was still a fool. 哇，这么帅！ I tried to set the test subjects free, but that only caused more tragedy. Amongst the test subjects was a soul person with multiple abilities. A double psychic, so they already knew about them back then. But there would be no formal records, and the experiments were illegal. That girl's powers were electrokinesis and teleportation. The surveillance cameras outside captured her escaping, but prior to the escape, she'd injected a nearby lethal dose of ether into herself. 我操! The ether retained inside her body exceeded all expectations we had. Whatever precautions we'd put in place were unable to stop her. She destroyed the PSI jamming chip implanted in her using electrokinesis. Then she erased the entire research facility using teleportation. Erased. Teleportation requires empty space in the destination. Just enough for the psychic to arrive safely. all the psychic will be scratched with whatever was there upon arrival. Usually only air would be erased and there are no major effects, but it's possible to erase extra material depending on ether levels. I suspect she repeated teleported till she erased the entire facility. Prisoners from surrounding camps and researchers were erased in the process. I was in the middle of making my escape outside and was spared. At present, we still do not know whereabouts of that girl. There was another psychic with a real ability that was always by her side. A person with the power of chronokinesis vanished along with her. They got along well, and the only people in the world with their respective powers. 真的假的 ？chronokinesis 谁啊？那个谁来着？这个女的肯定说的是 Hitomi 吧？就前一座的女主，但前一座女主旁边那个女的她是心灵沟通啊，不是 chronokinesis。见了鬼了 ！What? A person with the power of chronokinesis, the only person in the world. The incident would have come to light, but Amabishi covered it up well. The research results were bought by IXG. I believe the research is still being continued, but with morality in mind. IXG is continuing the research. Wait a minute. What does this mean? I need to think calmly. IXG bought the research data, which included those of the two psychics. Then what did they do? Use it to develop new weapons. It's their business after all. What did they make? I didn't want to think about it. I didn't want to know, but a horrible thought circled in my mind. I asked the single sickening question repeated to myself. What did IXG make? Sorry, Muddy, can you watch the rest of the recording for me? Okay, sure, but what's wrong, Kyojang? I just need to think things over a little bit. I wanted to wipe it off my mind, find some basis negated. Leaving a bewildered Muddy behind, I left the office. 哇，这个剧情这么浮夸的吗？跟第一座联系还挺紧密的。看来这三座一个系列还真的想搞成一个剧情是吧？当然，我估计这种以科幻超能力写的小作坊的游戏，应该能找到不少的剧情漏洞，就你仔细分析的话。所以剧情还是要看，还是要分析，但是也不要分析的太细了，后面肯定会出问题。No matter what case I was on, I'd never gone home with such a heavy heart. Father wasn't there at home. Even my home wasn't our actual home. It was an ordinary room I had rented after our home was blown to bits. Blown to bits with father who had wished punishment and death upon himself. 哦，自动存档。A certain day, 9 a.m., IXG Prosthetics Research Laboratory. 自动存档就说明第一章已经结束了。IXG Prosthetics Research Laboratory. 啊，这儿是吧？啊，是，那应该就是这里就是第二章开始了，那差不多可以切掉了。